going in to this map number 2, Denver Surrender versus Atlanta Dazed. We've got the Denver Surrender here on the offensive side of the map, going to get picked off from that mid-tank area. Guts is looking to get active, but unfortunately he's going to have to kind of run into DVD for his life, kind of play what he's doing. It looks like Smoothie's also going to get picked off over towards that B bomb, and it's going to be Deform left here in a 1v4 very quickly. We see these Atlanta Dazed members kind of swarming all around him, trying to hunt this guy down. Deform's going to have a tough time with all 4 of these players just chowing him straight head on. This is a respawn map that we're watching here. This is not search and destroy. Just watching all those players hunting him down. They did not want to let him get away. They wanted all 4 of those players to die. They weren't letting the time run out.
I mean, you're not, you may be able to get a singular trade, but nothing more than that when you have 3 of the players running at you for S&D. So, super good play from the side of Atlanta. And, you know, able to come away with that win on defense here. Maybe on this higher ranked match, we might see the defenses actually be a little bit successful here. You know, the last series that we just watched, we saw pretty much every single offensive win except for that last round, I believe. So very interesting. We'll see kind of what happens in this map. But Atlanta, it's their time to hop on the offense and see if they can prove us wrong here again.
Yeah, and we're seeing a pretty standard B hit and a B setup from both these 2 teams. We see Guts kind of playing in that broken area, trying to watch for some of these players to get aggressive, get active. It might come down to Dre here, number 7. He's going to get some shots in. He's going to send in Taquito for the kill there. He's going to get that trade on the Guts, and there's going to be early life advantage from the Atlanta Dazed side. I love that teamwork. They're able to kind of play their position and ultimately go behind. But we see Smoothie kind of making the flank, able to get 1, able to get 2, and the Denver Surrender there was just a great play to kind of take up that life disadvantage that they had and ultimately tie up the round or the map 1-1 there. Just great plays from the side of the Denver Surrender there.
Yeah, it's a great 2-piece from the side of Smoothie there. You know, able to get that turn on towards Dre, able to pick up that round, tying that 1-1 in this map number 2. So that's so far 2 defenses that we've seen pretty successful. Not even really a question on if those offenses are going to succeed or not. So we'll see kind of how that progresses here. As it looks like Denver are going to be making a route towards A. Bombs going towards that cafe side. They're seeing 1 player in D form over here towards this B, trying to maybe just play a little bit of an island. But Dre does get that first blood towards the middle of the map on Lando. So Lando's going to be sitting this round out, just watching his team do anything. And Justin able to get that kill on D form, making that a 4v2 for his team.
Yeah, great start to this defense from the side of the Atlanta Dazed. Guts is trying to smoke and get bombed down actively, but we see a good little crosswatch here. You get some unfortunate timing on Dre. His teammate's going to die. Guts is going to try to get that trade, but ultimately it's just going to fall right into the hands of the Atlanta Dazed. I absolutely love the teamwork from both these teams on these defensive rounds. We've been seeing the early first bloods, and then just the positioning battle getting won by these defensive teams, not giving up their advantage. So really solid start to this map. I think we're going to see a very, very different Invasion S&D than what we saw in the last series, but it could still go to that round 11 if we still keep watching these defensive trades go in and out. And if there is a team that is able to steal that offensive round win, it could lead to a lot of success later on this map. So really good patience early on from both these teams on the defensive side. They're playing their trades, they're playing the early picks, and they're just looking to keep their map presence and win their defensive rounds securely.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of info from the chat here, saying the Denver Surrender did win that map 1. So we'll go under that assumption until we hear otherwise that Denver's going to be up 1-0 in this series. So Atlanta looking to tie this up with this search and destroy. Taquito is going to be first to fall. Justin going to fall right behind him here as the Denver Surrender continuing this pretty much defensive only thing we see. Dre able to pick up a great 2-piece there. No trade in sight. Deform's putting some shots towards Rebel. Able to get that kill, turning this into a 1v2 for Dre, and eventually 1v4 if he is able to clutch it up.
Yeah, this would be a pretty big round from the side of Dre, already getting 2 kills in the round, but unfortunately both these players are kind of spread out. His only hope is that he gets this kill on mid-tank. He does, and he's looking for Deform to kind of chow out. So it looks like he's kind of reading this play. He's going to give up the positioning. He's going to possibly make it out. Deform, some shots in, but Dre's going to make it out. He's moving over towards the B site. He's getting that bomb planted fast. Deform's pushing through the ice cream side. This is going to come down to the timing if he can get the bomb planted and make his play towards Tractor. He does. He's going to be looking to just to post up here. Looks like we have a stun and a nade from the side of Deform, so he may try to stun out and nade this Tractor. There is a trophy down. Dre's going to chow. Gonna get taken down, and that's just a really great round there from Deform, being kind of in the disadvantage. We know how overpowered that Tractor Heady can be, but he does a good job of kind of throwing that stun out, baiting Dre out to take the chow, wins the gunfight, and he's gonna even up the score 2-2 for the Denver Surrender. So another defensive round win. Possibly we saw that offensive round win coming to fruition there, but the Denver Surrender are able to clutch up after losing some key gunfights there. So keeping this map all tied up, we're looking at the Atlanta Dazed here to win this defensive side again to push their advantage to 3-2 in this map number 2.
Yeah, and I really thought Dre was going to do something special there with that 1v4. Unfortunately, just not able to get those shots onto form.
Yeah,
but we do see the side of Denver here. They are trying to hit towards this B side. We do see one player make it towards Broken. Could be interesting here. Justin able to get that first blood and get out of dodge without taking any shots. Denver down 3-4 here, looking towards still trying to hit this B side, it looks like.
Yeah, and we see Atlanta Dazed getting some aggression over towards the DVD side. We see Taquito trying to make the wrap. He's going to get spotted by Lando. Is he able to get a kill before he's going to get traded out? He does. So that's going to be Deform going through Dark, able to get a kill. We see two of the Atlanta Dazed players. Both of them are kind of on this ice cream and Tractor side of the map. Deform going to get another big kill as Justin just kind of falls into his arms. And it's going to be Rebel left up here in a 1v2. He's going to be looking to kind of defend this bomb site and hope that these two players kind of chow at different points in time. Looks like the Denver Surrender are kind of confused about where Bomb wanted to go, but they're making the rotation over to A, and this is a really good play by them. They're going to be looking to set this up over here and force Rebel out of that God Heady to make the play himself. So really great play from the side of the Denver Surrender there, and they have a really good chance to win this offensive map. And I'm not sure, Lando did see him, it looks like. Lando knows he's here, able to get that kill. Denver Surrender able to take our first offensive round win of this map number 2, and they're looking to take an advantage in this series with that lead that they've started.
Yeah, big offensive win there. Unfortunately, for the side of Atlanta, you are going to lose that first defensive round. Kind of just a rough round. Smart play from the side of Denver to hop over towards A there. And so we'll see if Atlanta have a little bit of a comeback here. On this offensive round, this is definitely the one you want to win. Keep it close. Don't let that 2-round gap do anything for you guys. You might need that bomb for an offensive round, though, unless you just plan on just hunting the player down for kills. And, maybe that's exactly what they plan on doing here. From the side of Atlanta here, still no bomb. They still haven't figured that one out. And they kind of just have a slow spread here, just waiting for the side of Denver to make any mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, playing the slow spread isn't bad, but as soon as they get some kills in map positioning, they're going to have to send one of their players back for the bomb, and the play's not going to develop very fast. So even if they're able to get that aggression, it may not come to fruition very fast. So we see one player that's Guts getting taken out in DVD. We see Rebel here trying to make a play through mid-tank, able to get a second kill. So now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. If the bomb was there, they'd be able to get the A plant for free, but unfortunately, they do not have it, so they're going to be kind of just forced to take some gunfights. We see a couple shots going down from that B control to Ice Cream. We see Deform living on his bridge where he loves to be. We see Taquito able to pick off Lando there, back Ice Cream. Deform's kind of rotating over towards to watch this mid. We see Dre post up on mid tank. We see number 5, that's Justin, going to plant the bomb, and we see Taquito front Ice Cream. Taquito's going to take the chow, able to get some shots. Ultimately, Deform, you're pretty much trapped there. So great round win from the side of Atlanta Dazed. You have to wonder if maybe they're onto something without going to the bomb on this invasion search and destroy. They give up an offensive round, they get the offensive round right back. So good stuff from the side of Atlanta Dazed to even up this map and not lose any sort of presence as they're looking to even up the series 1-1.
Yeah, I am no S&D god. I just know that I can drop double digits every map, but I don't know that leaving the bomb for well over half the round in your spawn is really the best play there. I think it worked out well for Atlanta. but I think towards the end of the round, it really just confused Denver. You know, Atlanta had all the map positioning to get a bomb down 2-3 times before they even had the bomb in hand. And so, you know, from the side of Deform there, he was on A Street, good position for him, but he had to give it up because he had no idea where anyone was. And, you know, the player who was playing towards A Street had to go grab that bomb. But in this map, we did see back-to-back offenses win. Atlanta is up 4-3. Life count in this defensive round, in this round number 7, as the side of Denver look like they're going to be going A. They haven't really made any big moves just yet. They still got 40 seconds left in the round, and we'll see what can develop here.
Yeah, we've seen pretty much a stagnant little offensive round here, where they haven't been able to get much map presence. We saw Justin doing a good job kind of baiting out that mid tank. He's going to be looking to make a rotation through DVD. We've got Dre still watching the cross over towards mid, and with 25 seconds left and 2 more kills going the side of the Atlanta Dazed, Guts is stuck in a very difficult position here with only 15 seconds left to plant the bomb. He's going to get found, going to get taken out. That's going to be another round win for the side of Atlanta Dazed. Really just unable to get any sort of presence there in the map as they lost some of their players early on. Denver Surrender kind of got just locked up in this P1 cafe area and just were unable to make any moves as Justin was holding them down from mid tank, and Rebel was pushed up B Street, keeping them out of the blue side of the map, and we saw that player Deep Bridge kind of locking down that side. So just a great team effort there from the side of Atlanta Dazed to not give up their advantage once again, and ultimately win that round and put themselves at the advantage 4-3 in this map number 2.
Yeah, and Atlanta Days can really make a splash here by getting another attacking round, taking that up 5-3. So we'll kind of see what they decide to do here. It looks like another B hit. This time they do grab the bomb, so maybe not a set play from them. We'll never really find out from the side of Atlanta, but we do see Guts over here by himself with this SMG towards construction. Is it going to get a kill on Dre? Taquito is going to get that trade across the other side of the map, so it is back to a 3v3 here. But they are kind of trapped here with having, they know someone's on B site, and unfortunately there's one player here towards A in freezer already. That's Lando. If number 6 is going to slip through here, maybe get a couple of looks on some players. I think he might have saw deform there, white van. Maybe have called him out, but he should have a pretty good idea here as he starts working towards Palace of where these players are out of the defense.
Yeah, and we see Taquito getting some shots in, unfortunately unable to get that kill. So he's going to have Deform trapped, but he's going to need to get this kill pretty fast. We see the bomb making its way over towards A. This play is going to be on Lando. Is going to get taken out by Rebel with the Renetti there. Just absolutely blasts his head off. Taquito baiting off Justin to get that kill onto Deform. Bomb's going to go down on that A point. It's going to be left up to Guts in a 1v3, and he's looking for Taquito. Get some shots in. The Atlanta Dazed are going to know where this player's positioning is, and we see Justin getting sent in there for the kill. Ultimately going to lose that gunfight. What a win by Guts. Guts is kind of still losing a lot of time here, kind of trying to make the play. Taquito just staying posted up on that American sandbag heady. We see number 8, that's Rebel, just posted up on the bomb. He's got about 15 seconds here to make the play. He's got to win a big gunfight here mid-tank or towards American. He's going to get sighted. Gonna try to throw a smoke down. Unfortunately, not going to get to be able to do anything here on this defensive side. So big offensive round win from the side of Atlanta Dazed there. Great stuff from Taquito, kind of being the nuisance in the Denver Surrender's base there. They were unable to trade him out, and ultimately that led to them being able to single out Deform there, and it pushed their advantage to a 1v3 instead of being a 2v3. From the side of Atlanta Dazed. So great offensive round win there. And they should be up 5-3 in this series now, or in this map number 2, and they're going to be looking to close it out here on a defensive side. From the side of Denver Surrender, this is the chance for you to lose your lead in the series and ultimately get tied back up. So you've got to do something here on the offensive side of this invasion control, or invasion search and destroy.
Yeah, we see a great nade coming in from Taquito there towards middle to pick up Guts. He is on a 5 spree. If he's able to pick up any more, that could be a cruise missile. Justin able to pick up another. That's going to be Deform and Smoothie for a 2v4 here for their S&D lives left. So from the side of Atlanta, this is just, they have bombed down B side. I'm not sure if they know that, but they are just kind of spread out, playing layered as they need to. Deform able to pick up a great kill towards middle, bringing this into a little bit more manageable of a 2v3.
And I think Dre will be the player to kind of make the play here, but we see another player going down from the side of Denver Surrender. Dre's going to spot D form. He's going to go for the assassination.
Oh,
The
this is
disrespect
disrespectful.
for the map win. You have to wonder if maybe there's some possibly bad blood here between these two teams after the map number one. But the Denver Surrender, ultimately, they were able to take that map number two. A lot of great teamwork, a lot of great plays and positioning on the map, and they really played that invasion search and destroy pretty clinical. So
Horrible invasion control. I don't want to see it anymore. But we are back here, Atlanta Dazed, on this offensive round, starting this attacking round pretty hot here, able to pick up this first tick on B. Let's see what they can do the rest of the round here. We do see a 3 down as that second tick is starting to roll in as well.
yeah, pretty dominant showing so far from the side of the Atlanta Dazed, getting some early aggression through the DVD side of the map, able to secure B early. They're going to have 220 seconds with a life advantage as they're trying to make their way towards this A point. But being that it's invasion control, we know that even if you capture B early on, it takes a really good play to get that A site open. So they're going to be looking to send players through the back gas, get that possible 3 or 4 wipe. As we're kind of back to square one here, they've got 2 minutes left on this round, so they've got plenty of time to make something happen. They're going to be looking to push up their advantage here as we're seeing Dre get a big kill in P1. We've got one player left in time, one player on Fire Truck. Fire Truck's going to get taken down. It's left to Guts in the hill. He's going to get taken down by Rebel. We're going to see 2 players stack into the point. Number 2, Taquitos hitting the flank, able to pick up 1 in Rugs. He's looking to help his team from the front. Trades come down. Only 1 player left in the point. Taquitos pushing forward, able to get a kill gas. Guts, kind of the man left on a mission here. He's able to pick off 1. Going for the reach out. Rebel's not going to read him, pushing from behind. Going to get some help. This is really just a pretty chaotic and hectic capture point so far. But Denver Surrender able to clutch up there with some key gunfights. And they're going to reset the Atlanta Dazed side of the map. And they're going to have to kind of re-hit that same exact push as they're only able to secure 1 tick on the A point.
Yeah, really unfortunate for them not to get that second tick at all. But from the side of Atlanta Dazed, you really got to rework that again. And, unfortunately, you didn't have anybody pushed up towards gas. So Denver Surrender all spawn that really close gas spawn, and they're able to win pretty much every single one of these gunfights. So we're going to have a little bit of push up on the map. Not quite a spawn trap, but teams are definitely not, or the Atlanta Dazed are definitely not going to be able to be very close to this A side.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job of just keeping the pressure off of the P1 area that can be so influential here. We've seen Lando playing his life in here pretty well the entire round 1, and we're down to 40 seconds. So with some of these spawns that could come in from the side of Atlanta Dazed, you really have to avoid a 4 down here because you're kind of losing a lot of map aggression here. And if these trades keep going down, they're ultimately not going to be able to have any success on this first offensive round. We see Justin trying to make a play in the middle area of DVD. Rebel's close to point, so it might be beneficial for him to hop on the time and try to get some stall through for his team, but he's got absolutely no support. So this is looking like a strong defensive round win for the side of the Denver Surrender. From the Atlanta Dazed, you were able to get that 1 tick onto A, so you're going to have 4 ticks going forward, so it's just up to you to put in a little bit better of a performance on your defensive side if you want to get the advantage to swing in your favor in this invasion control.
Yeah, 4 ticks isn't super bad on offense, but I feel like they had good control of the point there and kind of just lost it. I feel like they really had the opportunity to win that one, so they might be feeling a little bit disappointed here, but you really need to come out on this defense map, or this defense here, and really just have a great defense here. Kind of secure yourself defense for that round 5 if it makes it there. If you can hold Denver to no ticks or just a couple ticks, you're going to be doing pretty good. But anything with the win on the defensive side and getting out with more ticks on your side is going to be a good round. But here we see the side of Denver Surrender. They are trying to hit this A side pretty heavy, investing all 4 players down this A street and 2 players just hanging out towards white car here on this A street.
Yeah, and so far the trades have been going the side of the Atlanta Dazed, so they're able to stave off this pressure on the A point. We see Justin making a nice play through AS and D, able to pick off those last 2 players, so there won't be any residual damage over towards the A point. But with 2 players already stacked onto B, these first 2 ticks are going by really fast. All the other players are there for support, so we're going to see this B point get captured very fast, and we're going to be back in the same spot where we saw the Atlanta Dazed on the offensive side, where it's going to take a really nice 3 or 4 dead in order for you to break up this A capture point and secure a tick or the round win. So from the side of the Atlanta Dazed, they've got a really nice setup here. Unfortunately, Justin's going to get taken down bridge, and we'll see if their Denver Surrender can take any sort of map presence here. But the Atlanta Dazed have a nice little spread. They've got players watching a lot of the crosses. It could come down to some key one-on-one gunfights if Denver's able to win some of those to get some map positioning. We see a big fight coming here. Freezer, both the players kind of taking shots. Smoothie sit in for the help from the kill. Lando's going to pick up a kill DVD as well. So that's going to be 2 down. They're able to get some of this map presence. That's going to be 3. Justin's able to get a big kill. He's going to be looking for some more players close to the point. He's going to get shot by Deform. Deform's going to win that gunfight. We're going to be left on a 1v1 on hill. That's going to just go to the side of the Atlanta Dazed. Smoothie is able to win another big gunfight in Laundry. So you're not out of dodge yet if you're the Atlanta Dazed team. But you do have 2 players close to the hill you have to worry about. And the Denver Surrender are going to get in time, slow that time down, going to pick off the kill already. So it's up to Smoothie here to kind of make the play through the rug side of the map. He's going to try to slip the net. He's going to get spotted back gas, and they've got these 2 players back here that are going to be hunting him down, and he's getting sent at right now. He's going to get picked off. Great teamwork there from the side of the Atlanta Dazed to slow that A capture down.
Yeah, with only 45 seconds left in the round, letting that player stay alive back gas is you just can't do it. That last second, you just kind of get everything gets frantic. If you kind of lose those players, it gets pretty rough. We do see an unfortunate teammate coming in from the side of Denver, but so far it has seemed like the defenses here holding on this A site are holding true for both sides, both teams here. We do see a kill coming in from Guts here. Unfortunately, not able to get the other one on hill. We do see 15 seconds left. Deform furthest player up here, and I think that's pretty much going to be it for them. Justin able to pick up Lando off spawn, and so it's going to be Atlanta Dazed. Able to have a better defense than the side of the Denver Surrender, able to have a 1-tick advantage going in to this offense here. So if they can make a big splash in this offense, they could disrupt something here for this round 5 if it gets there.
Yeah, I think the single tick could be huge either way. Obviously, being able to hold them off from getting that singular tick on the A point was pretty big, as there was some hectic possibilities there for the Denver Surrender team to get some map positioning, but some big wins back gas from the Atlanta Dazed team, able to secure that defensive round and secure their ticks. The lives were relatively close there, 13-11, I believe. So if we're going to round number 5, that's always something you have to keep in the back of your mind as well. Both these teams pretty evenly matched so far, as we're seeing Justin get pretty active early on through DVD. He's going to be looking to pick off some of these players through the point. Unfortunately, his team's going to go 3 down. The Denver Surrender team is looking to push up the map. He's able to pick off one in the back. They're able to pick off the player that's trying to spawn kill him. Deform's going to go down in DVD. They don't know that Guts is bridge side. He's able to pick off one, get away with his life, and that should be the B point pretty free for the side of Atlanta Dazed. None of the Denver Surrender players are pretty close. Yeah, I think that as long as they're going to win some of these initial gunfights, it should be a relatively easy B capture point. But as I say that, it's going to be left to Justin with 2 players around him. And, I mean, with only 50 seconds left in this round, it's looking pretty solid from the side of the Denver Surrender. They're just going to need to avoid a full team wipe. We see Lando getting active on B Street, able to pick off 1 kill, able to play his life, get out of dodge. We see Deform getting picked off by Justin there, who's still alive in that DVD side. And once again, the Atlanta Dazed have control of that B capture point, and we're finally seeing that first tick start to come through. Smoothie's pushing up. He's able to get the guy off point, but is going to get traded out. So just a very back and forth B control point here, and that's not a bad thing from the side of the Denver Surrender. You're getting some kills. You're ultimately having them waste a ton of time. So solid start to this defensive round number 3 that we're in right now.
Yeah, we do see that investment of a cruise missile from Lando as well. So that could get pretty bad from the side of Denver. It looks like they're trying to invest into this to get this point done, but now they're going to have to give it up, and we're going to be heading into this A side as well. And I'm really surprised that no one from the side of Atlanta tried to make a move towards A, towards the middle of that round. But it is what it is. And so Atlanta have traded kills off rip here, so we might be seeing some lag or something happening in this lobby once again. Looks like we're back to play. Atlanta able to pick up 2 kills. Knows where that third player is, Cafe, but no players are close to be able to do anything. And number 2 in Taquito is making a big wrap through the back of Gas here. Might be able to pick up Lando, but Lando turns around just in time. Unfortunately, not able to win the gunfight. But now Denver, they got to look behind them. They got to pick up Taquito, and they do just that and get those other 2 players. That's a good wipe from the side of Denver Surrender. And here you can kind of push up and get them in the spawn trap a little bit as they all have to funnel through B Street.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta Dazed Gold is going to fall right into the arms of the Denver Surrender here with D4 kind of playing in the top blue area. He's going to get sent in for the kill. Going to get picked off. That's an early 2 down. Smoothie is behind enemy lines, though, so he's going to be looking to make the play. Is going to pick off Taquito early on. He knows that there's more players back here. He's looking for Justin. Justin's able to get that kill, but with only 15 seconds left in this round, you guys got to get to this A capture point. We see Guts winning a big kill on the point. We see Lando getting traded out back Gas, but ultimately there's just too many Denver Surrender players here for you to get any sort of aggression towards that 8 point. So getting 3 ticks from the side of Atlanta Dazed, you're going to have another solid defensive round here if you're going to want to secure defense for that round number 5, which I believe we're probably going to in this map number 3.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. See if Denver can pull out anything on this offense, but they're gonna need, they're gonna need at least 4 ticks to take it down to life count into kills. 5 will give you that automatic defense, and 6 is obviously just gonna win you the game. So from the side of Denver, you're probably looking here to try to get that A if you can right off rip. Just maybe try to win it, get out of the game, or you can sometimes play a little bit passive towards that B, but it looks like they're sending a lot of players up mid, seeing if they get some initial kills and make a rotation over towards a specific point. But side of Atlanta, Taquito's going to get that first kill. Guts with a good trade in, and Rebel's just going to pretty much sit on that point now.
Yeah, and Dre doing what he does best, getting active through Cafe into that AS&D. The side of Atlanta Dazed, a nice little break off there. They're able to pick off all 4 of those players, and they're sending the Denver Surrender right back to spawn. So they're going to be touching this B point over here, trying to get some of the time down. But we see number 7 and number 5 trying to make a play towards A Street. They're calling it falling right into Justin's arms, so it's going to be left to Guts here and Smoothie towards this B site. Smoothie's kind of trying to play towards the B side, but there's 3 players all around him. He's going to get picked off. Guts is left all alone on point. He's going to have to back up, give up his positioning, and we start to see that timer tick down again. And there's a big play happening over here with number 7 and number 4. Number 4 is going to pick him up, going to get that kill, secure the A Street, so no player is able to slip the net there. So really solid play from Rebel there, watching the cross. And we're just seeing kind of a back and forth battle of trades here on the A point. Denver Surrender able to come out on top. They're able to get some of this time down. Justin, still alive in this mid-court area, is causing havoc for this Denver Surrender team. He's not able to get traded out. He's going absolutely rogue and huge right now for his team as he's keeping the spawners off the point. But we're seeing this B capture point possibly go down. It is going to get secured, and they're going to be looking to make their way over to A, where they need 1 tick to tie and 2 ticks to secure the defense. So from the side of Atlanta Dazed, you did a good job wasting quite a bit of time there. Live count is in your advantage, and you're just looking to keep that advantage going forward on this defensive side of mission control.
Yeah, if you're the side of Atlanta, you really need to buckle down here. You really can't let anything happen. You just want to play solid defense here. Get your wipes or your kills when you can. That's going to be 3 dead. This is important for them to really push up here. We do see some players getting up towards that B Street, but they are spawning them left side Palace. They probably do not know that. They're going to have 2 players invested over towards this B Street. This is the time for Denver to make a move. They don't know it, but nobody is A Street. We have Dre here, AS&E to kind of last alive. Justin able to pick up 1 towards that middle court. But the side of Denver are just turtling here towards this tank. They're not really sure what to do, and they probably just cost themselves.
Yeah, you gotta think when you get those 2 kills, you gotta try to get some map presence. Obviously, we see all, they don't see anything outside of what their player cams can see. So the side of Atlanta Dazed doing a really solid job of pushing up here. With only 30 seconds left, you're up to these 4 players that are left alive, and your time is probably over unless somebody can slip the net and make it to point. We see number 5 making his way up A Street, is going to get taken down by player number 3 there. Justin's going big through that middle area as well. We see a couple key gunfights coming down in Cafe area. Taquito's able to get 1, gonna chow out, able to get the 2nd, and that's going to be a defensive round win. for the side of the Atlanta Dazed, and we are going to map number 5, and I believe the Atlanta Dazed will have defense again because no ticks came in on that A capture point for the side of the Denver Surrender.
Yeah, absolutely. Atlanta Day is going to be taking in this defensive round for round number 5 here in this invasion control map number 3. And you did notice Justin's going absolutely massive for his team. He's got quite the kill death ratio happening there. He's got a cruise in the back pocket. He was working on another one, but he did eventually fall. I know Taquito is, I believe, 3 off of a cruise. So early kills from Taquito could be huge for the side of Atlanta Dace here. Having multiple cruise missiles on the side of Atlanta can be massive for a defense. But I'm looking for Justin to kind of invest this pretty quick. We do see the side of Denver looking like they're going to hit B, kind of maybe seeing or maybe going to test the A setup of Atlanta Dazed a little bit here. We do see trades coming in off the rip, and that is going to be Taquito. He's going to be able to pick up the first one. He's going to be on a 4 streak here. Kind of important here to stay down and not tie, but unfortunately he is going to. And Dre with a massive 2-piece on that B control, able to stop that second tick from coming through and to put a bunch of players towards spawn.
Yeah, really solid break off there from the side of the Atlanta Days, able to win some key gunfights to stop that second tick from coming through. But unfortunately, no players are going to be able to stop that tick from coming in now, as we see 3 of the Denver Surrender players over towards that B point. We see Deform getting active mid. Justin goes in with the cruise missiles, able to get the player off of the B capture point, but Lando's able to play his life in broken. Smoothies up towards Treehouse, and we should see this B point going down really quickly here, and they'll have about 2 minutes left to play to capture this A side as well. It's going to be a difficult task, seeing that neither of these teams had much activity towards the A point, but the Denver Surrender are looking pretty solid right now to possibly make the little comeback here on the offensive side of this map. But we see number 6, that's Guts, is already in Cafe. He's kind of doing a good job of playing his life, but the rest of his teammates aren't very close, so even if he gets some kills, it may not be super impactful if he's able to catch any of these players kind of off spawn or pick up this player through AS&D, and oh my, he almost gets turned on there by Dre. But ultimately, you know, you've got a little bit of map presence, but their players off spawn, you know, they're gonna help number 4 here, Rebel, that's in the A capture point. So you're really looking for their 3 or 4 dead right now from the side of the Denver Surrender to get some map presence here, as we only have 1 minute left to play in this round number 5.
Yeah, and Smoothie has been outside this point pretty much the entire time. He is able to kind of get around here. Should have a free kill on this time. He is going to pause that time. Dre is going to win that gunfight. Going to get traded out through that AS&D, and those other 2 Atlanta players are behind everyone. Taquito's going to run right past this guy mid-tank. This could be great timing for Deform here. Is going to let Taquito get towards that clear side. That is that first take coming in from the side of Denver here. Rebel able to at least get him off time, but they're not able to get the kill yet. Dre's able to pick up Smoothie, but Taquito is going to fall, and we do have Denver Surrender here getting on this point, but Atlanta Dazed are ready here for this push. Justin able to pick up a big 2-piece there on that point to kill both players as well. Kind of a race here for the side of Atlanta.
Yeah, just a great kind of pressure from the side of Atlanta Days there. We saw some bad timing going the way of Deform there on that mid-tank portion, but Atlanta Days is looking to get their setup ready. They're looking to hold down these crosses and force these players to hit through the back, as we see Lando trying to get through blue towards the back gas area. But ultimately, you're running down on time from the side of the Denver Surrender, and you're kind of running right into the arms of Justin, back on that mid-tank again. I mean, holy from him. He's already at 40 kills in this map. He's doing a whole lot to help his team out, and that's going to be the side of the Atlanta Days securing the map number 3, taking the advantage in this series 2-1. Just a great map from him overall. A great map from Justin specifically. What a great performance.
Yeah, Justin really holding this team together there, just absolutely slaying out for his team. 40 bomb out of Justin is absolutely crazy. We saw some big kills coming in from other players as well, but the Atlanta Days. Yeah, and we're hopping in here. It looks like Atlanta Days are going to be starting on this P2 side, so arguably probably a little bit better side here. But we'll see what happens here as we see some gunfights coming down towards P1. Deform able to pick up that initial kill on Rebel with the side of Denver, able to pick up initial time here on this P1.
Yeah, P1 so far going to the side of the Denver Surrender so far, but the Atlanta Dazed are looking to make their presence known here now. Taquito kind of playing a ratty position U. Is he going to turn and get this player? He's unfortunately not. Lando's going to win a big gunfight there, and he's looking to maybe make a play through statue to maybe flip these spawns, but no, he's going to stay U, try to support his team. We're going to see number 5 and number 8 from the side of the Denver Surrender trying to make their way over towards that P2 to possibly get an early rotation. And as they've secured a vast majority of this time, Atlanta Dazed is able to finally break in. They're going to pick up probably most of this scrap time as we see 2 players possibly contesting through white. And they're going to win a big gunfight there against the form in the back. So they're going to secure this P2 rotation too. So a great transition, a great into that P1. And they're looking to lock down this P2 for a vast majority of the time and pull this lead back a little bit closer from the side of the Denver Surrender, who started off very hot.
Yeah, you see Denver getting a couple of these initial kills. It's going to go their way. Guts able to pick up a grid 2-piece. Justin able to pick up a 2-piece of his own. Kind of put the map in a reset. We do see Atlanta still on those good spawns. Lando taking a little bit of swim over towards that kiddie pool. Unfortunately, guns are going to be a little bit more powerful than water there. But the side of Denver are still hitting that front. Taquito with a massive flank here. Is he able to get the other one? No, he is not. But that is going to be all 4 dead from the side of Denver. They are spawning good, but the side of Atlanta, you do have kind of a free rotation here towards the front of wood and able to put some pressure on Atlanta, but they are set up across the map ready for this push.
Yeah, Denver Surrender, unable to get hardly any time there. The Atlanta Dazed are looking to make their break through the front as they're able to get a big pick on the Lando. They're looking to kind of push through this wood side. We see 3 dead from the side of Atlanta Dazed. They're going to be able to get in this time. The Denver Surrender are going to get the back spawns, though, so we see Taquito hitting that flank once again, able to pick up 1, going to get traded out in the back, and Denver Surrender is going to have the man advantage here, as there's only 1 player left in hill. That's Rebel towards the hop-up side. He's just going to give it up. He's going to play his life, wait for the homies to get back up close to him, but they got a nice little 20 to 30 second time already there. But we're going to be really looking for this rotation over towards the statue hill. Only 20 seconds left. Neither team really making their presence known over there, so it's going to be kind of who goes over first. We see number 7 hitting the rotate, number 8 might hit the rotate off spawn. We see number 2 and number 4 from the side of the Atlanta Dazed. So this is going to be a pretty square up gunfight here. We see the first kill going to the side of Atlanta Dazed. Smoothie's left all alone right now with no real help. He's going to get traded out from you possibly here. Yep. And it's left to a 3v1 on the point from Deform. He's going to get traded out, and that should be the hill or time early to the side of the Atlanta Dazed with the Denver Surrender spawning on that office waterfall side. Justin's going to chow out, get taken out. We see a big gunfight won by Dre through mid there. So ultimately, this is going to be a little bit of a back and forth until one of these teams is able to secure some real positioning. Lando's probably going to stay posted up here, waiting for his teammates to come off the spawn. And the Atlanta Dazed looking really solid through this first rotation, building a nice little lead that they've got here. But as we know with some of these new maps, that second rotation is really what matters when everything starts to come to play for this some of these new maps or these hard points.
And as you're blabbing about the maps, we do see Taquito with an absolutely huge 3-piece to secure that last 15 to 20 seconds of that P4 for his team here. And Atlanta Dazed are going to be taking, a 50-second lead coming in here into second rotation. We'll see if they can keep that up here as Dre's able to start heating up a little bit, 12 and 7, able to pick up 1 towards DJ. Unfortunately, going to fall to Guts. But we do see the side of Atlanta Dazed. We see Justin kind of as we expected, still going off for his team. But we really need a couple other players to step up here from the side of Atlanta. They've been doing good so far in this first rotation, but they need to keep it up against this hot Denver Surrender team. They're a good hardpoint team. They know how to play it, and so you really don't want to let up the gas on them, as that's going to be a 3-piece from the side of Denver. They are able to take control of this hill, as Dre is able to hold him off just a little bit, but some nades coming through as Guts able to pick one. That's going to be Dre. He's going to pick up 3 on this life. Is it going to be 4 with Guts? That's going to be a complete team wipe from the side of Dre, and he's got a cruise missile in the pocket. Smoothie kind of looking here to make a difference, putting some shots down, but Dre, of course, is going to win that gunfight for 5 in a row. He might be lapsing up here in cruises.
Yeah, I mean, both the air players from the side of Atlanta Dazed going absolutely huge for him right now. Scrap time is going to go to the side of Denver Surrender, and there's only 3 players from the Atlanta Dazed side here, so they're going to have to kind of watch their angles and not really lose a player if they're going to want to secure this time. D4, last player from the side of Denver Surrender that's close. He's going to get taken out, and Denver Surrender are going to have to hit through the front of this time. Unfortunately, no cruise missile being able to come into play, so the Atlanta Days are looking to continue to push their advantage. Smoothie's getting active, able to get one. We see Guts able to get the trade. It's left the player in Kiddie Pool, going to get traded out, but the player backstairs is going to get that kill. We see Deform close. He's going to get a kill. We see the spawns flip for the Atlanta Days, so if they're able to break into this hill, get some of this scrap time, as well as keep the Denver Surrender from rotating over, it could be huge. But Lando's able to win that final gunfight there. He's going to secure the scrap time to the side of the Denver Surrender, and they're going to be looking to kind of decrease some of this advantage that the Atlanta Days have built up. We see a big gunfight here in the back of the map by Justin, fighting off two of the players. They're going to both push towards the white statue area, but they're going to get picked off. That's going to be the Atlanta Dazed with a nice little solid rotation over, and they're going to look to lock down this P3 very securely and keep their lead growing.
It was a great P2 from the side of Denver there, able to get that lead a little bit less out of hand for the side of Atlanta, but they are set up here on this P3. We saw Denver holding the majority of the P3 last time. It looks like Atlanta's trying to do the opposite here, as Deform's able to get in the back. He's not able to flip those spawns, so he's going to be kind of trapped here in just a second with these other players spawning up. He is able to get his life out, able to be ready for another gunfight with Justin. He is going to fall to Justin, as we just see a complete back and forth here on these times as players are constantly spawning in and out of the game here. We do see Dre with another cruise missile. I believe that's going to be at least one from the side of the Atlanta Days, and Denver Surrender, I believe, are going to have none. So that's going to be big as we head into a P4 here. We got 5 seconds left in this rotation. We see one player here in Deform. If he's not looking you real quick, he will die. And Rebel is going to get that pickup. We do see a couple players mid, but Atlanta doing a good job getting those kills on rotation. Dre investing that cruise missile for that rotation. If they can get this kill on Guts, that's going to be some pretty free time here. As we see Taquito is pushed up into that office as well, able to pick up a 2-piece. Dre able to get that third, and Guts going to be last alive towards office with a sub.
Yeah, unfortunately not the spot that you want to be with the submachine gun, but the Atlanta Days just looking to kind of just keep the pressure on this Denver Surrender team. We see Guts making a little bit of a play. Unfortunately,
What is that?
teammated by
What is
Lando. I think that frag grenade probably slipped through the glass up top and just fell down low. So just unfortunate there as he's trying to make the play for his team. But the Atlanta Dazed here just absolutely keeping the aggression pumping. They're just not letting any of their foot off the gas pedal. So just a nice little P4 there. They're able to secure the majority of the time. They're getting set up for P1 here, and you just see the guns and these chows are just flowing. The Atlanta Dazed feel really good right now. They've got a nice advantage, and they're looking to keep that pulling through this P1 into this P2 for this third rotation kills here.
Absolutely. Dre and Justin are really just putting the pedal to the metal here. Dre, we see 32 and 15 so far. Justin at 24 and 13. There's really not many other kills left on the map here. As Dre's going to get 2. Can he get any more here as these Denver Surrender players keep pushing? That's going to be a third. Unfortunately, not going to be a pickup. Lando who's going to get a 2-piece of his own, but then he's going to fall to Taquito. And this could be map here on this P1. If the Denver Surrender cannot get in and do a little bit of contest, the map could end. I think here we're going to take this to at least a P2 for the side of Denver. But, you know, Denver, you really need some time here. You do not want to give all that time to the side of Atlanta, but it might be too little too late here, as even if you take this, you're only going to be getting yourself up to that 160 route and that amount, and that is not enough to win on the next point. So these next kind of kills are huge from the side of Denver. We see one player here in the Smoothie there. Lando's able to win towards mid as well, but Atlanta Days are on this rotation early. All they need is 20.
Yeah, they need 20 points just to win this map. Smoothie will be the kind of the playmaker. He's only able to pick off one. Some big kills from the front side of time, so the Denver Surrender are able to push in, and they're going to be spawning Atlanta Days in the back. And if they can keep them kind of trapped here, there could be a possibility for a little bit of a run to happen. Taquito's looking to make the play through small vent. We see some of the players from the Denver Surrender are kind of just playing around the front of hill, kiddie pool side. So ultimately the setup's not going to be easy to break. It's left down to 2v1 on point. Justin's able to clean that up. He's going to get this scrap time. Only 8 seconds left for the Atlanta Days to win. Justin's able to pick up another player through the front. Guts is trying to chow. He's going to get taken out. They need a contest to come in. 1-0. That's the Atlanta Dazed for the round win and for the series win. What a clinical map on that 6-star. Just never letting their foot off the gas pedal, keeping the aggression going, just constant gunfights. I mean, just a huge map from both those ARs on the side of the Atlanta Dazed from Justin.